Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Sandra Ferrari with Real Estate Investing. I am so happy to be once again with you. I am going to try to be here every night until the end of the year because it is so exciting to be here to share with you, my community, all that's happening, everything that you can do. So before we begin, let me once again welcome all of you. If you've never been to my channel, this is the first time. I welcome you. And if you've been here before, I thank you for returning. And we are going to talk about a very special real estate strategy because a lot of people may know of it or even know people that do it, but don't realize that it is indeed a real strategy that they themselves can incorporate into their own lives. So let's not wait any time and let's dive in and build wealth together. So today I wanted to take a moment to speak with you about what's being called nowadays house hacking. Folks, this has been going on for years. But now, with the state of real estate, oh, funny, I just made something right. With the state of real estate right now, doing house hacking is amazing. If you have a duplex or a triplex, you can do this. One of the young members of my real estate investment club actually just purchased, I think it's a three family. He just purchased a three-family home. He's residing in one, and the other two, he's going to rent them. And which he did, I believe. Let me tell you, he's telling me, Sandra, this is amazing. Everyone should be doing that because you know what? He's not paying anything. Those two renters are actually paying the mortgage for him and all the bills that are needed. So let's break this down. What is house hacking? Yes, it's hacking like hack, hack, hack. House hacking. What is that? Basically, this is it's considered a new strategy, but this has been going on for a long time. I'm telling you, my friend, there's nothing new because I know people who've done it. But if you do it well as a business, not a joke, not a wishy-washy, a whimsical idea, this is a true business strategy if you know how to do it right. So once again, what that is, house hacking is basically a strategy that people use when they buy a property, live in one unit. If it's a multifamily, a duplex, or triplex, then they rent the other units. That's basically it. And by doing so, you having the renters paying the mortgage, which is usually the bulk of the expenses that you have. But we're going to put it as expenses, but technically it's a debt. Remember, does anyone know the meaning of debt and expenses? Because if you don't, before you even become involved in real estate, you got to get this down. Do you understand the meaning? Does anyone know? Because if you do, please put the meaning of debt down below and expenses. That's why I said the mortgage, although it's expenses, monthly expenses, it's technically a debt. Because what? The difference between a debt and expense, debt you can pay down. It can disappear. You can wipe it out. So that means it's clean slate. Whereas expenses, think of taxes. Never goes away. Insurance, you have to pay for that. Right? So let's get back on board. So that those tenants, that tenant or tenants can help you pay the mortgage if you have done your due diligence. Realize first what the mortgage is gonna be, or you're gonna be able to pay for it on your own. I always tell people if this is gonna be like the place that you live in, always ensure that you have some reserves. What is that? Reserves. You're moving into a new place, you are saving to get involved in this. And if you have borrowed money also, that's no problem. Over leverage so that you can have at least 3 to 6 months down. So you could pay the property because you don't want to lose the property right in and don't have any money to pay. or counting on tenant that don't pay. Yes, I'm being clear with you. All of these can happen. But again, you're not just going to put anyone into your house. You're going to research them as well. That's why you have companies out there that help real estate investors to do a background search. I'm covering a lot here. I'm mentioning a lot of words. I'm throwing in terms. If they don't mean anything to you, you don't know their meaning, please do me a favor. Don't hesitate to put your questions below. I'm here to help you because you do need to do a background search, financial study of that tenant that's moving in, because you want a business, not someone that's going to come in and not pay. Are we all on the same page? I sure hope so. So basically, that person or persons, if you have more than one unit, will pay for the mortgage with the payment that they make to you on a monthly basis. And if you have done your homework, you would have charged them enough to also be able to pay for your own expenses. Can you imagine? Isn't that sweet? And what would you be doing with your own money? You are still saving. What I would suggest you do is the money that you are getting every month. In other words, you're on, let's say you're still employed, which most of us are when you start doing this business. If you are still employed, take your own money. Don't go and spend it, because this is, you're trying to build a portfolio. You're trying to build wealth, not just a one-day affair. So you're going to take your own money, you're going to set up an account, and you're going to put your own money in. And if you were to, for instance, imagine you had to pay a mortgage, the mortgage portion for you, if you were to divide it in three, is $1,000, because the mortgage is $3,000. But with what everybody else is, those two tenants are paying you, that one tenant is paying, is able to pay for the mortgage. Take your portion, put it into an account, and after 12 months, look at it. Do you know that's a down payment maybe for another place? Maybe it's for you to get some tax lien, tax deed, or even if there's a member doing wholesaling in your club, you could lend them money with interest. There's so much you can do. Real estate offers so much more as a secondary source of income. This is 2024. We are moving forward to 2025. What are you doing to bring in that second source of income? We previously talked about your talents. You can use that. Well, what if you have a house where you could do house hacking? Think about it. This is another means of receiving money, a monthly payment that's coming to you while you're building your portfolio. That is so sweet. If you don't see this vision, I would say close your eyes right now. Picture this: a 2-family, a 3-family, even a 4-plex. You're looking at it, you're residing in one unit, and then 3 other units in a 4-plex. It's paying everything, is covered. And the extra money you're setting aside into an account. Even your own income that's coming in, let's say your W-2 income, set that aside. You'll see how much you'll bring in 12 months. My friend, if you can picture this, this is something you're going to want to do. Of course, you're going to ask me, where am I going to get this money? Partnership is key. And if you have a great deal, you present it to your real estate investment association, or you talk to friends, or you borrow the money because you have a plan. You have put down the deal in paper and you can explain it. Because when you understand a deal and you believe in it, people can see that. You could give them copies of the pro forma of what you expect. This is what's going to bring you in a year, in 2 years. Because even if you were to borrow money, for instance, you didn't even get a loan, you weren't qualified to get a loan, guess what? Borrow that money from an investor or investors, and then we finance in a couple of years down the line. The first time I purchased a multifamily, this is what we did. You can refinance in a couple of years down the road, in 5 years. Give them back their money and refinance. Now it's all yours. Or you can sell them. You can If one or two investors you had in the deal, one wants to stay, the other one doesn't, my goodness, there's so much you can do. So think about house hacking. Go do your research on house hacking and see how you probably can implement this into your business model. Because I am excited for you. I'm going to keep coming here and bringing you hope. That is my goal. And if you have any questions regarding real estate, because I don't want to answer a question about other issues that I don't know. I'm going to stick with real estate because this is what I do. And if I do a little stocks on the side, I'm not an expert on that. I'm not coming here and say, hey, do stocks, invest here, how? No. But I know real estate. This is what I do. And I'm building my portfolio. And I want you to do the same, to move forward, to achieve much more, to be successful, and to become wealthy like you deserve. So I will leave you here because I know you're going to take the step to reach the sky. I will see you at the next video. Bye-bye.